This is my room when I moved in. This is my room after moving in, and this is my room after the film of this video, and I am giving myself 100 hours to create my childhood dream room. To begin with, I need a clean plate to work with. Yep, I started breaking down all of my trains from the shelf to the table. Initially, the banners were covering everything up. I also shifted my router, and yes sir, I am super tall. Trust me, I'm tall enough to remove this shelf. And you might be wondering why I'm doing all this. When I was young, this Thomas display had every single toy that I ever wanted, but I couldn't afford it. Now that I'm an adult, can I build the world's biggest display? Potentially. Is this financially a good decision? Maybe. But is it cool? I hope so. This was getting inside of my head and I started making rash decisions. I was like, risk it for the biscuit, and grabbed 5 trains at once. It wasn't worth the biscuit. Then I unscrewed the nails. Whoa. Okay. I screwed the nails. Screws. Anyways, let's move the shelf. The shelf is heavy. It doesn't seem to move. So I got rid of all of the things that were inside of the shelf. It was still heavy. And for whatever reason, it was just hitting me how possibly hard this might be. But unfortunately, let's go move it. The friction in the carpet was not helping, but also the shelves were falling apart. I kicked a couple times and Mr. Shelf seemed to understand my message. Yeah, take that, buddy. Mr. Shelf attacked me. I think I offended him. One more shelf to go. This already looks super good, so I'm just gonna exactly do what I did again. Reminder, I'm not sure if this is the right thing, so while I was battling down my way with the other shelf, I was thinking about what we should do with our limited space on the display and decided I was gonna only show items made before the year 2000, as that's the Thomas toys I grew up wanting. But I also wanted to display our prototypes because they're so cool. So I packed away my special editions, book packs had to go, and yeah, these dudes are here to stay. I also discovered a pile of trains hidden on one of the shelves. They're actually super rare prototypes, so I want to display them. However, there's gonna be a huge problem if we do this. You see, I'm kind of clumsy. I learned that it's not a good idea to risk it for the biscuits, so we need some kind of display case to prevent them from getting damaged. So I messaged the plastic shop. They said it would cost over $10,000 to protect everything. This price was, not fun, and I like fun. Fun meant buying more trains, and eventually things started piling up. Yes, these are prototypes, unreleased trains, factory samples. We need to protect them. So I started reaching out to people in China, and I think one sold my email to a spam company because... shit. Yeah, I managed to finally reach someone, and this is how I met Key, the supplier. Me being a professional engineer that calls screw nails, I used my pen and paper to draw a plan, and surprisingly, Key, the supplier, said, I can do it. This was awesome. He asked me what this case was for, and I sent him a photo of my track piece and train. Then he sent me a sample picture. Shipping cost us $60. A couple weeks later, it was shit.
Gonna break something.
The track didn't fit, it had a horrible chemical smell, and the quality was awful. Thank God I didn't bulk order. But after a few more messages, we talked about dimensions, and I spent another $100 to increase the quality, and it works. And it doesn't smell like horrible chemical soup anymore. And while we wait for more boxes to come, next I really wanted to put these display panels, but there was a problem. The ceiling's a little low. What if we screw them straight to the shelf? If I'm being honest, I have no idea if this will even work. If this actually works, I'm a freaking genius. Okay, we have a problem. Key just messaged me there are exactly 57 boxes that he plans to send. He sent me this emoji. I think he was feeling a little overwhelmed. He also messaged me to let him know when I actually receive it, and I said, will do. He replied back with a very coy look. I mean, it's just 57 boxes. How hard can it be? I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I said that. These boxes were heavy. I had a meeting, but I canceled it off because of these boxes. This is a POV shot. Let's lift it together. Yeah, you feel it. It's heavy, isn't it? Fun. At least that's what my stress monitor said. Okay, so you're telling me we're doing a room tour and our main goal is to make this room clean and we decide to create more mess? Reality was hitting hard that night and I tried to declutter all of my trains as much as possible. I tried to fit everything on the shelf. In this middle shelf, I really wanted to display every 90s train, but we were missing some hooks. I ordered them. It's gonna come in the mail in a couple days. Okay, what do we do with you boxes?
You know, I'm realizing now that bringing up all of these packages might have been a really bad decision.
This is Sam. He's my friend, and he doesn't really know what we're doing yet. Neither do I. I feel like the main objective was to at least get rid of the boxes. These were nasty, it was dusty, so we started unpacking them. Initially we were like, yeah, teamwork, we got this.
I'm racing you.
Then we got into a battle of who can move more boxes at once. We got pretty competitive. I don't like losing.
No!
Yeah, take that, Sam.
Who'd have thought? Juan's allergic to work.
I also found an ant. No, I'm not scared. Absolutely not. No, it's just that every life matters. Then Sam showed me the most satisfying part where we precisely fit it in. We also found a factory here. As we moved around, I was in charge of trash duty. I also got rid of these shelves. This is how the case worked, guys. First we put the tracks in. Yeah, fits perfectly. I have a Sparkling Thomas which was never released, so it didn't really come with a box. So yeah, you put it in and then put the lid on. Hope you like it. I'll put a link below. As we were stacking them up, we talked about politics, religion, you know, everything you talk about on your first date. Oh, you're curious what my political views are. Okay, I came here the next day and vacuumed. There were a lot of styrofoams and dust. Afterwards, I decided I wanted to display my Brio items. Also, the hooks came. I'm just gonna hang them up in order. Oh yeah, this is so fun. What am I thinking right now? I don't know what's up with the hyper obsession with the veggies today, but it will make me super happy if you eat your vegetables. I want all of you to live long. Yes, you. What am I eating for dinner? No, cut this, delete that. Afterwards, I displayed my please restock cards, then I removed my Thomas table. It wasn't suitable for the era. I also snuck in a Lego display and our track pieces underneath this table. Less clutter. One more thing we need to eliminate at all cost is the sun. This is the result you get if you put it out for too long. So I got these, what do you call this thing? Sunlight is blocked. Okay, we got some good news and some bad news. Good news being I think we're pretty much done with the room. Bad news? We don't have room for these prototypes because of these boxes. I also found an ugly train. It turns out it's a knockoff. Gonna burn something. Anyways, I got some straight tracks and prototypes. I realized I didn't have a lot of 4-inch track, which was for the shorter trains. I'm gonna put it right back in the box and give it out to you guys who buy the cases. Yes, even this 2022 prototype Percy. My goal for this project is to reinvest every single money I make for making better videos, but ultimately, I want to buy the license for Thomas. I want every one of us to have the freedom to be able to create content without the fear of getting flagged as YouTube kids. And welcome to our new room. Yeah, it feels appropriate showing you guys what we built. Here we have our 1992s. It has a deep place in my heart because a lot of them are actually prototypes that never made it to the market. Not just prototypes, but these sets are something I take great pride in. Like higher the number, the rarer it gets. I think there was only like 3 to 5 number 3 sets available the past 10 to 20 years. I don't know. I want to build this shelf in the future. Next video? Just kidding, probably next year. I do have binder drawings that I really want to share with you guys. I have some reasons I can't share at the moment, but one day I will. Here we have our layouts. The first table represents the 1992s. I would say this is the layout that is actually complete. I made them into 4 quadrants, made 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. Then I connected the 92 tables to the 1995 era. Still needs a lot of work. For one, the tracks aren't matched. Did you guys know that the 1995 tracks have these cool rain marks? Yeah, eventually we're gonna replace them all. Ooh, these are 3 shelves that we worked on. It looks majestic. We have our trains in the center. I think I'm missing a Neil, and we have our sets and accessories on the sides. I'm missing a lot for those. Right next to it, we have our sawmill table. Super cool. And I started towering my burritos using the table. We also fitted in our yearbook. And behind, we kinda stacked these boxes. So, did I live my childhood dream? I don't know, but I had a lot of fun doing it. It felt different. Watching these trains bustle around the tracks, I felt like life in a way acts like a train. We get on, we go on adventures, and we get off. Some might stay with us till the very end, but a lot of us will join and leave us along the way.